And today we have this. I got one mowing, practicing because he's going to do the other part of the yard. And behind the trees is another one mowing on a tractor. I don't know if you can see him. Now they're having races. There, maybe you can see that. Got two mowers out. What a difference a day makes, right? Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Lisa and this is Living Life with Lisa, and we talk about chronic illness and all kinds of stuff. I personally have been diagnosed with MTHFR, which is a gene mutation, and I've also been diagnosed with early onset dementia. I had mild cognitive impairment and it crossed over into dementia just a while back, but I was just diagnosed almost 2 weeks ago. It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. And so I'll talk a little bit today about processing. I went the first, I would say up until probably yesterday, and like I said, it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. I was pretty positive and wasn't having any trouble with sleeping, wasn't having any dreams. I wasn't having wasn't real emotional. I was very positive, as a matter of fact, and hopeful. And 2 nights ago, I had a dream that I was explaining to somebody. Last night I had insomnia, and then I went ahead and slept part of the day while the boys were at school, and all I dreamt about was dementia. And so I think I'm in that stage that I'm starting to process it, maybe even grieve a little bit, mourn a little bit, because I'm thinking about what my future looks like. I worry about the kids. All of a sudden I'm worried about everything. I'm going to start going to, it's not really a group, it's just an activities thing for people that are like me, early onset, and then their caregivers have a group while the rest of us are building a sled or something. Anyway, I don't have a caretaker or caregiver, and I'm wondering when should I get one? At what point? I don't know. I don't know how to tell. I don't know if I should put somebody in charge of it and they decide. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. And you know, there are times where I don't want somebody shadowing me around. I had a caregiver that when I was in a wheelchair, and I never ever got any alone time. The only alone time I had is when I went to the bathroom. And I don't want that. I don't want somebody hovering over me. But at some point, I think it would alleviate some of the stress. It'd have to be a very special person, and that they would accept my kids too, which is the thing. Because if I go with an agency, they only come in for a few hours, and they won't take care of my family. They'll only take care of me. And so I don't know what the answer is. I wish I had a family member or someone that was able to come up and move in, but all my family members are either married or have kids or grandkids, and are not in a position to just pick up and come up here and move in. But it's what I need. I think my father's going to move closer. He's not going to move in, but he's going to move closer. He is 77, going to be 78, and his age is really starting to show. I noticed the last time I saw him. So I don't think that he would make a good caretaker giver because he's going to need caregiving himself. So it's going to have to be someone else. But at what point, because it's very disruptive in the lives of my children. So I don't know. I think now's not the time to think about it because I'm in a weird spot right now. I'm in a position where I'm very emotional about it. I'm very worried about it. I'm preoccupied with it. And I know this is temporary. I know it's not, you know, I'm not dementia. I'm Lisa. And it's just a matter of dealing with it. And getting that hopefulness back. You know, I've been learning a lot about my medication, and my medication is for moderate to severe dementia, and I don't have moderate to severe dementia, so I'm not sure why I'm on the heavy duty. But at the same time, maybe being right at the beginning of this and being on such a heavy duty medication will help prolong it. I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is. I don't know what the study behind it is. But you know, that's what this guy does for a living. He prescribes medicine for dementia. He diagnoses it and Alzheimer's and things like that. So he's not going to put me on something that's dangerous, I wouldn't think. And so I just don't want it to be something that only works 2 years and then there's nothing to replace it after. I hope we're not getting the sun thing. I noticed in the last video it was like a rainbow in here all the time. But I'm hoping that that's not going to keep it so that there's not something else I can go to if this medicine stops working, say in a couple years. Of course, the research, you know, is really going strong. There's a lot of research out there. They're coming up with new stuff all the time. And maybe they'll even come up with a cure. Who knows? So I'm not, you know, all doom and gloom and awful, but right now it's weighing heavy on me, and I'm trying to be positive and not having much luck at it. I did tell my oldest son because somebody needs to know and understand, because I don't. At some point, there has to be some understanding in the house of what's going on. And he's the kind that when he doesn't want to hear something, he doesn't hear it. But tonight, when I told him yesterday and kind of explained to him a bit what it was, in not too great detail, but basically a lot of hope in the medicine and that kind of stuff. And I described it as my brain shrinking. And today he asked me again what I had, and I told him. And he wanted to know again what it was, and I said, well, no, you know, brain shrinking or brain cells dying. And he said, well, everybody's brain cells dies, don't they? And I said, well, I don't think so. I said, it's just called early onset because I'm too young to have this disease yet. And I said, but with the medicine, I said, and I'm very early stages, and with the medicine, I'm full of hope. I'm not worried about it. I don't think it's a big deal. I'm not worried about it. And he said, yeah, me too. And so, truth is, I am worried about it, but there's no reason for him to worry about it. But he can watch. I've been very good about not putting anything on Facebook. I did put one thing on there yesterday, 2 days ago or yesterday, that was about if somebody has dementia, don't do these things, do these things instead. And I had blocked him from seeing it, and then I decided, you know, no, I'm not going to block him, because maybe this way I can educate him a little bit, because I did try to explain to him that stress kind of makes it worse as far as trying to get through the day. He's trying to help with his brothers and not get it too stressful, though I don't expect that to last long, because we got prepubescence and the hormones are just shooting, like bouncing off the walls of my house. So it's gonna be a different day every day for those of you that live in those households where everybody's going through puberty at the same time. I do have one that has not hit puberty yet, or has not started, and please, I hope he waits a little bit. But at any rate, it is quite the hormonal house, and I have boys, all boys, so there's a whole lot of chest bumping and comparing going on. Not quite like the girls, but at any rate, so I don't know, that's kind of where things stand. I wasn't going to tell him, but some things were said in his presence, and it kind of came out, and so I went ahead and told him, because I thought he's going to hear it now that enough people know about it, and somebody's going to mention it, and I wanted to make sure that I was the one that told him, because word is getting out, the rumor mill is going, and so he's taking it really well. He doesn't have any idea what it is. I don't know that he'll look it up. I think he probably will. That's probably why he asked. But at any rate, he needs to, hopefully, he'll see the good things and not get all freaked out and see the bad things. Who knows? He might happen upon this channel. So, then he can kind of watch and see what's going on now. But I'm not going to tell him what the name of the channel is or where to find me. So it depends on what keywords he puts in. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. But I am getting to the point where I'm freaking out a little bit and a little bit worried. So I don't know. I don't know when that point is that I know that I need a caregiver. I'm going to meet with a lady in South Bend that runs the Alzheimer's Dementia Society. It is not connected with the Alzheimer's Association at all. It's a separate company. I'm going to meet with her, and that's one of the questions I'm going to ask her. I'm going to ask her, when do we know? When do we know when it's time to get some help? And hopefully she'll be able to answer that. And with that, I'm going to leave you. And remember, live life with no regrets. And we will see you later. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.